We're at the entrance of Spiel again this year. This is a new entrance they've just opened this year for us, which is absolutely glorious and amazing. And you see all those people going in. That can only mean one thing, and is that I have games to play and interviews, well, to interview. Welcome to So Play We All at Spiel 2023. Okay, this is Saturday. This is absolute mayhem here today. We are at Albi, and I am with Jindrich, who's designed Medieval, which looks amazing.
Thank you.
So, tell me all about it. What is your game all about?
Yeah, the Medieval is about you being a leader of the group of warriors, and you are trying to be the most famous one.
Okay.
The game is set in medieval, the 14th century, and with your group of warriors, you are going around the country and you try to do good deeds or bad deeds. There is a system of morality because, as I said, you are trying to be the most famous one, and that includes being the really good famous guy or really bad infamous guy.
Okay.
So if you are in at one of these edges, you are generating your points more quickly, so to speak. You can also gain a favor from the kings that are competing during that time period for the reign over the country. So that's what you are doing. It's a dice-driven game, so you will be rolling a lot of dice. You usually come to some place, do the encounter here, resolve it with dice rolls, or if you are not into dice rolling, you can actually hire people that doesn't use dice, but give you the symbols that you need to finish the encounters. So
it sounds like there is an awful lot of strategizing within the game and different ways of actually organizing how you want to play to win.
Well, you can decide how you want to play, because you can focus more on the morality thing or more on the favors, or even getting bounties on your head, or to conquer castles. You can choose your part in the game, so it's a little sandboxy in that sense. So you can develop your group of heroes to be more able to do some stuff other than the others. So.
Which that makes it sound like a very complex kind of game, but I'm seeing children playing it, so how are you managing that?
Yeah, I mean, it's designed to be like a family plus game, so families plus the players that already know some gaming should be able to enjoy it. The way we have come across this was by cutting away everything that was too hard, honestly, and focusing on the most interesting parts that were most enjoyable to players, and really getting away from the more complicated ways to combine all the things together.
Okay,
so,
is there a risk, because you're mentioning several ways that people can decide to play the game. Is there a risk in the game that, for instance, if you're having 4 players, that each one will decide to play with a different strategy, so it becomes a solo kind of multiplayer game, or how have you gone about that?
Yeah, I don't think that's the case, because usually you need to be good or bad. So if there are 4 players, some of them will be good, some of them will be bad, and they will take the actions that will steal others their opportunity to be bad too. So that I don't think can happen. Plus the favors, you are still fighting over the favors. So usually someone will steal it away from you. In 4 players, that's nearly for sure, I would say. So there is this little player interaction. The most of it is in the bounties, because if you have a bounty on your head, other players can attack you. So, and if you have more bounties on your head, the the bounty goes up, so you are more likely to be targeted by other players.
How do you get those bounties?
That's up to you. It's your decision, because if there is like a cheap conversion from the symbols to something like, I don't know, one symbol will give you 2 victory points, for example, that's because you made something criminal, so you get the bounty on your head.
Okay.
But to do so, it's your decision. So it's up to you if you want to be attacked in the first place.
Okay, that's fair.
So,
how long have you been designing this?
it took us a little longer than we expected, honestly. But we were playtesting it and developing it for, I believe, 2 years, something like that. So I believe it's well tested. Yeah.
Okay, no, and I have to say, it also looks very nice. And I am genuinely impressed that it looks like very complex, but these 2 kids seems to be grasping it just like that, no issues whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously the game is available here. Well, no, it's not available here at Spiel anymore because you've sold out. So
exactly.
Woohoo!
Woo. Yeah, that's also great.
That's good news.
Yeah.
So what happens after the show? Is it going to be on distribution?
Yeah, it is going to be in the distribution. I think the shipment should arrive during early December.
Okay.
So it should be available online, I believe, with German and English rules.
Okay.
So
now you know what Christmas game you can get to actually obliterate the rest of your family, which is what Christmas should be all about. Thank you very much indeed for being with me today. It looks absolutely fantastic, and the fact that you've managed to get a complex game that kids can play, boom, that is smashing. Anybody else? Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please do ask there in the questions and comment sections of the video, and we'll do our best to answer them. And keep an eye on the channel because more interviews are coming very, very soon. Take care.